Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Nebula Fox Toy Reviews. Today we are going to be looking at something that has been out for a while. It is another Jurassic World thing. All the next few videos are going to be Jurassic World. So let's have a look at what we are going to be looking at. So, I've just dropped it. There we go. We are going to be taking a look at the new Snap Squad Attitudes figures. You can't really see because of my paws. But here we go. Snap Squad Attitudes. So these are basically the Snap Squad figures we all know and love. Except they all have different expressions on their faces. So we have a rather happy looking Velociraptor. We have a judgmental Dimorphodon. He thinks we're all sus. He thinks we're all the imposters. We have a worried looking T-Rex. And lastly we have a very dopey Stegosaurus. Which this is a Stegosaurus, it's green, and it is also incredibly dopey. Oops, I dropped him again. This guy at least has to have been influenced by, the design has to have been influenced by Spike from The Land Before Time, who is the dopey Stegosaurus that never talks. Apart from in the fourth film, he yells Ducky once. Okay, he talks once. But anyway, that's the intro. I'm going to take you over to the table now, and we shall take them out of their packaging and get a closer look at the little guys. Okay, so here we are, here they are. Let's open them up and get a closer look at them. So I'm going to go ahead, move the new species out of the way, and we're going to take a look at the returning species. So let's have a look at the Velociraptor first. Now when you're taking these out of the packaging, you only need to cut the one that's around the neck. You don't really need to cut the tail one because they just slip out. Apart from Stegosaurus, you'll probably need to cut that one's tail. So anyway, we'll take a quick look at the barely existent packaging. So we have the Jurassic World logo up here. It tells you what species it is in multiple different languages. Then we've got the Snap Squad Attitudes, a little what it does, recycling, and the Mattel logo. And lots of words and things, yay, on the back. So here is the little figure, and it is adorable. Look at that face. Kind of looks like a frog. It does honestly look like a little frog. I don't believe this is supposed to be any of the Raptor squads, any member of the Raptor squad in particular. I believe it is just a generic Velociraptor. But it is really cute. I mean, look at that face. Anyway, detail-wise, it is what it is. It is nicely detailed for the size. But obviously, because of the size, it's not going to be super over-the-top detail like you'd find in the bigger ones or the Amber collection. He's got little teeny tiny arms. And then the powerful legs with the little claw. Little tiny tail. Inside the mouth is also done really nicely. You can see the little teeth. Those teeth are actually pretty sharp on the Velociraptor ones of these. And then the inside of the mouth is painted quite nicely as well. For articulation, they don't really have any articulation. The legs and arms and tail move, but they are mostly for the, when you've got it bitten onto something, it looks like it's trying to fight with it. But anyway, that is the Velociraptor, and these all stand up really nicely. They're not super sturdy on the legs just because of how floppy the limbs are, but they are sturdy-ish as long as you don't knock them too much. So here we have the worried T-Rex. I'm actually going to move this Velociraptor out of the way because my camera is going to constantly try to focus on that. So here's the worried T-Rex. Once again, very cute. Tiny little arms. Big legs. Little tail. In fact, I think its markings are similar Yeah, these two have very similar markings. I mean, the head's different, but the body is quite similar. Except the T-Rex also has the darker brown going down the back of its neck, whereas the raptor doesn't. But anyway, here is the T-Rex. Like I said, it looks a little worried. It's scared about something. It's probably worried about going to the dentist with these gnashes. All the teeth are moulded and painted individually. A little bit of a splotch here by the looks of it. But all in all, the teeth do seem to be quite well painted. Once again, another little bit of a splotch here. But most of the time, you can't even notice. And instead, the mouth, once again, is done nicely. And like with all snap squads, they're just floppy. I wouldn't recommend putting the T-Rex on anything and taking it outside, because the bite on the T-Rex is not the best. Shake it enough, it will fall off. Whereas with the raptor, that thing, it will fall off eventually, but it does have a much stronger bite, and the smaller teeth that are on the inside of the mouth, not the outside, the small teeth also help it with grip. So once again, the T-Rex can stand up off to the side with you. Let's have a look at the Stegosaurus. So this is the one where you may need to cut, you'll need to cut the tail free for this one as well, because of those tail spikes are going to keep it in. So here we are. This is the 5th herbivore species, I think. What have we had? Triceratops, Bumpy, Stiggy, and Apara. And now Stegosaurus. So yeah, this is the 5th herbivorous species that we've gotten. Obviously, most of them have been carnivores, because, carnivores generally fit the aesthetic of biting things. But this little Stegosaurus is cute. I'm actually going to call him Spike, because he's cute. Once again, we have painted back plates, but unfortunately they are not painted on the head nor the tail. It's a shame, but it is what it is. Literally, these are only £5. Or whatever that is in dollars. I don't know. Well, it's probably $5 as well. The mouth doesn't open very wide on this one, but that has the strong bite. That's probably a stronger bite than the raptors. This feels like it'll be a good one to stick on your coat or your bag or something. So we've got a nice little thing. We've once again got an unpainted beak, which is a shame, but oh well, it is what it is. And the teeth don't go all the way to the front like they do with the T-Rex, because obviously you're not going to have teeth in your beak. Yeah, nice little detail. I think this one looks a little bit more detailed than the carnivores. So yeah, and obviously it's on 4 legs, so it will stand up perfectly and spin as Stegosaurus should. Last but not least, we have the Dimorphodon. Is this one going to require you to cut this? Dimorphodon also requires you to cut the tail free, because of the diamond tip to the tail. These have been in my freaking drawer for months. It's taken me this long to finally get around to reviewing these little guys. But here is the judgmental Dimorphodon. I did notice this little black paint splodge and these when I bought them, but this was the only Dimorphodon left, so I sort of had to make do. And I haven't really seen any of these Snap Squad attitudes since buying them, so I don't know if they're rare here in the UK or if I just bought them towards the end of their run, sort of thing. I don't think they were. How's the bite? About like a T-Rex. I wouldn't really put it on. Yeah. I wouldn't really recommend putting it on anything. It's stronger than the T-Rex, but it's a weak one. So we have a cute little wagging tail. And then we have, obviously, the floppy arms and legs, but in this case, it's floppy wings and legs. Once again, inside of the mouth is done really well. The inside of the mouth is pretty much done the same for all of them. And I love the markings that they've given this guy on the face. These little yellow spotches. I do quite like them. And then I've still got yellow wings. Got orange around the eyes. The eye makeup game is strong with this guy. That's why he's judging you. But yeah, he's a cute little guy. We've got some fuzz on its back, because pterosaurs have been known to be a little bit fuzzy. Not necessarily full fur or feathers, but they're a little bit fuzzy. And yeah, I won't really say he stands. It looks like he's more sitting, but he's very judgmental. So I shall bring them all back in. But yeah, I'm definitely calling the Stegosaurus Spike, because why the hell not? There we go. Now this is wave 1. I will get wave 2 if I ever find them, but Jurassic stuff isn't exactly that easy to find in the UK anymore, unless you go to specific toy shops. They used to be everywhere in the supermarkets. Now you can only really get the attack pack size ones at the supermarkets, which is a shame. You can probably get these ones as well since they're so small. But anyway, that was my review of wave 1 of these Snap Squad attitudes. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you all in the next video, whatever that'll be. Bye!